All right, thank you all for filling out the economic survey. I think this last year was kind of rough for everyone involved, but we appreciate all the entrants here. Um, just kind of scumming through the data a little bit, we can see here that about a quarter are making $0 to $2,500. And if we take that up to 5,000, that's half of the entrants that we received. So we received 12 entrants, and 6 of you are not making any money. But thanks for filling it out. We had one guy up there, he was making $53,602 exactly. We appreciate the specificity. And apparently there's a millionaire making $65,000. So kind of a stratified economic system here we have going on, very much a lower class and an upper class going on in the Discord here. Job satisfaction is looking okay. I think you guys should just be more satisfied with your jobs, I guess. Someone was pretty grumpy about theirs, someone was pretty happy, but it seems like a lot of us just kind of end up in the middle here. I would say try and be more grateful in your lives, but I can't really make you guys do anything. If you look here, job satisfaction, income and how you feel about your job, they're not that closely related. There was someone who gave it a 5. I think that was me. Just making a little bit of money there, but look at that. The millionaire with the big bucks there gave it a 2. So money cannot buy happiness. Unless you make $25,000 to $5,000 and you give it about a 4. That guy was pretty happy. $2,501 to $5,000, that's the one. And then we got another one with the 1. So I guess being broke can buy unhappiness, but money can't buy happiness. That's kind of the takeaway so far. Here's what everyone was making an hour, and as you can see, average is about 18. 25% are making 18. The rest of us are pretty variable all over the place. We got a bottom of 14 and a top of 75. So 20 to 75 an hour. If I could give you some advice, I would say you should just stick to making 75. I don't know why you would choose to make 20. But you could definitely optimize your income a little bit if you just stuck to that 75. 31.35. That's the highest consistent wage made in the Discord. Pretty good. And here's how much everybody's working every week. We see a couple full-timers sitting around that 40, 38, and then a lot of part-timers. I'm in the part-time crowd too, so I'm not really razzing you guys, but somebody was busting their fucking ass last year and worked 2,080 hours. Now, if you take 52 and you multiply it by 40, that's 2,080 hours. So this guy was working a full year of work every single week. So I think we can all kind of get our hours up to try and match the hardest worker in the Discord there at 2,080 hours. But a lot of part-timers, so that kind of explains, where our income numbers are coming from. Nobody's really out there on the grind set or anything, which is kind of embarrassing, but at least it explains those numbers we were seeing before a little bit. Here is the percent we think we lie in economically in the Discord. People tended to underrate themselves a lot with this. I guess no one really wants to be seen as rich, but I'm not putting out names or anything. So here is the data for that. I'm not showing it in comparison with the incomes. This is just kind of where people think they're at. Most people think they're in the bottom half. I personally, I think I said I was in the top 5% and I was off, but we only got 12 entrants, so I think I was in the top 20, probably top 30. 45, 50, those are where some of our highest earners were at. Just very modest, humble, hard workers, humble. We like that. But wrong, people pretty much had a pretty skewed vision of where they were at economically compared to the other entrants. And here's what we've been up to. So about 25% of us are part-time employed, 16.7% student/training. I personally put part-time, but I'm also, a student training. Didn't really want to put another category. We really want good-looking graphs here, as you can tell from the other ones. So about a third of the entrants were full-time employed. I think that's 4 out of the 12 entrants. So that's pretty good. And then 3 of us are just professionally chilling, which we love to see. I'd like to get that number up when we redo this next year, but for now, those are great numbers. 25% chill coefficient in the Discord, 25% part-time. So the full-time is a little high for me, but that's why we take this data. We like to keep an eye on these things. We don't really want this hard workers out here. They're still humble, we learned last time, but man, that is a lot of people working a lot of hours. So we'll see what we can do about that. Everyone in the Discord, you all qualify for the American Opportunity Tax Credit and the Lifetime Learning Credit. So you can spend up to $2,500 for 4 years and write it all off on your taxes, get it all back, and after that up to $2,000 you can claim on your taxes, including qualified education expenses, things like textbooks, So if you're thinking about taking that class and you're worried about the money, you can get it back. Go to school, you'll get the money back. It's a good investment in yourself. And if you're 25 years or older, some people call it UNC status, but you made $19,104 or less, standard deduction is about $15,750. So if you made somewhere in that range from 16 grand to 19,100, you qualify for the earned income tax credit. Even if you have no kids, you get $649 just for not making a lot of money. A lot of you probably don't qualify, but just something to keep in mind. And thanks you guys for taking the survey. We'll see you in a year. We'll see how we did. See if we can get those job numbers down, employment numbers down, income down, hours per week down. That one guy that worked, 5,080, we'll see if we can get that down to maybe like 40, something reasonable. And yeah, thanks for filling it out, guys. Have a good one. And just DM me if you want Mika's email. I'll give it to anyone who wants it.